Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Harry. I'm a first year neuroscience student studying in London. Today I'm going to go over 5 tips on how to motivate yourself to start studying, because I'm sure that when many of you have like an assignment to do, you never really feel in the mood to do it, and then you just go off and watch YouTube and say, yeah, do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, you don't do it tomorrow. Keeps on going on until the deadline and you do it at the last minute. I feel like this all the time and it drains me to start working even though I know I need to be doing it. So today, like I said, I'm going to go over 5 tips on how to motivate yourself to start studying. Well, it's more of a process that I go through to try and get myself to the table and do some work. There will be timestamps in the description for you to hop around the video. So first step happens right when you wake up, and it is crucial for you to start off your day on the right way. Every morning you should be reminding yourself of what you're going to be working towards in the long term. This might come in like many forms. It depends on you. So you could have like daily affirmations, you might have a picture of a university that you want to go to, or like a picture of your ideal lifestyle that you want. And use that as a way to kind of engage your brain to think, I want to reach this, so I need to do this today to reach that in the future. Now this one, some people might not like because of the time constrictions. People don't like being put in a box. But I personally don't feel like scheduling your day puts you in a box. It's not as if like, okay, 1 to 2, I'm studying, I have to do this. It's more like if you do go off track, say you start scrolling YouTube or TikTok, and you look at your calendar and you think, oh wait, I should be doing this at the time. So it kind of builds like an inside guilt. So it kind of sways you back into the schedule that you're meant to be. It's not meant to be like a rigid calendar, it's meant to be more like flexible. So if, say, I don't know, you've got like a family friend coming round and your parents want you to be there, you can't be like, no, I'm not going, I'm studying. You can be like, oh, I'll move this block of studying to like a free time that I'm gonna have tomorrow or something like that. So you can always like shift it around. It is flexible. Now this third tip, or that technique or whatever, is really popular. The Pomodoro technique. It's basically just 25 minutes of intense work, no distractions, and for 5 minutes you have a break. You can go on your phone, you can go for, have a bit of exercise, have a coffee, tea or whatever, and then after those 5 minutes you go back and do it 25 minutes, and then 5 minutes again, and you keep going in that cycle. The most important thing about the Pomodoro technique is that those 25 minutes are meant to be intense work, so no looking at a phone, no distractions. So what I personally do is I just switch my phone off, chuck it on the bed. The great thing about the Pomodoro technique, it kind of hooks you into studying, because you do the 25 minutes and that by the end you'll think, oh, you know what, this is not even that bad. I can do another session. Do another session. After you do that, you can do another one. Then maybe like the one after that, you'd be like, I'm a bit tired, and then take a break. Now you've already organised yourself with your calendar, and now it's time to organise your desk. So obviously, if you have everything cluttered around your desk, it's quite an eyesore, it can be quite distracting. So first of all, you want to get rid of all of that, so then your desk seems more inviting for you to go study there. Okay, now the last tip is to do some exercise. I know obviously with COVID restrictions, depending on what tier you're in, exercise like gyms are closed, it'd be quite difficult, but that doesn't mean you can't do stretches in your room, you can't do HIIT exercises that you just find on YouTube. You can do it indoors, in your garden, whatever. And exercise actually stimulates your pituitary gland in your head and releases endorphins. These chemicals, these endorphins, will make you feel more motivated to go study. Also in a study done at the University of British Columbia, Bringer et al. Found that regular exercise can also increase the size of the hippocampus, like the area of the brain that it's got to do with memory and learning. So not only can exercise help you with motivation, it can also help you with the actual learning. And there is one last thing. It's not really a tip, but it's more of like a mindset that needs to be changed if you want to kind of be motivated for longer and have more of a powerful motivation. And that's just disciplining yourself, because you're not always going to have this feeling of motivation to go and do something. Sometimes you just got to, kick yourself and say, look, I want to achieve this, so I've got to do this now to reach there in the future. This is really difficult and it doesn't come overnight, but that's what you want to kind of strive for. And yep, that is 6 tips to try and motivate yourself to start studying. And yeah, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.